things to think about, and having a long flight coming up, I went to see my doctor before leaving to ask for some light sleeping pills, just in case I wouldn't be able to sleep on the plane naturally. She prescribed me some and recommended me to not take more than 2 at once. N'en prenez pas plus de 2 en même temps. Remember that. My name is Lucie Petit, I'm a French model, and in this video I'm going to tell you how I've overdosed from taking too much sleeping pills, the Stilnox/Zolpidem/Ambien, in an airplane on my way to my first modeling contract ever in Hong Kong. And I swear everything I'm about to tell you actually happened. Let's go. So after feeling like I was sleeping but aware of everything happening around me, I started feeling sick. Actually, no, I didn't feel sick, I literally suddenly just got sick. Because out of the blue, I threw up.
Surprise, motherfucker!
You know the way babies throw up a little when they've got too much milk? But in less cute. That's how it seemed like. But I was kind of sleeping, remember? I woke up, or got conscious again, call it the way you want. And that's when I've noticed that my white top had an interesting new pattern. So I cleaned myself the way I could from my sit. I wasn't feeling like going anywhere. I've tried to keep sleeping, but that incident happened again a few times afterwards. You could have thought, she must have called a flight attendant or something. But no, my mind was somewhere else. I wasn't rational anymore. All I wanted to do was close my eyes. I guess time kept on going because for a few hours I do not remember anything. I blacked out.
Have you ever experienced some side effects taking sleeping pills? Let me know in the comments below. I want to know. I want more stories like this.
Now, for the sake of this video, let me show you what it may have looked like without the drowsy effect. I do not remember landing, nor getting out of the plane, nor taking a train to reach another part of the airport, nor crossing immigration, picking up my luggage, taking the Airport Express to Central. I actually remember a part of it, but not a pretty one. I had another nauseous incident on board the train. And I will be forever grateful to that stranger, that lady who handed me a few tissues while I was apologizing and regurgitating at the same time.
Girl power!
Lady, if you ever recognize me, m'goy saile. But I truly hope no one remembers me in that state, because truly, even I don't remember. According to plans, I was supposed to meet Audrey, Celine's assistant, at the final train station. She was going to take me to the model's apartment they've arranged for me. Remember, before leaving France, I was still wondering if someone would actually be there to pick me up, or if that whole thing was just a big joke. But in my state, I wasn't even worrying anymore. I was ready for anything to happen from now on. I somehow managed to make it to Hong Kong station with all my stuff. Despite my state and knowing it was the first time I was putting a foot in the city. Honestly, I'm pretty proud of myself. Slowly being aware of all my moves, I've cleaned myself up and waited. That's also when I realized that my French SIM card didn't have roaming, so I couldn't contact anyone and no one could contact me. Perfect. So I waited
A few moments later,
and waited
one eternity later.
and waited
Eventually.
until she arrived. Someone was actually there to pick me up. She helped me getting a taxi and together we left for the model's apartment. Now, the story could have stopped here, but because I'm amazing at first impressions, let me tell you what happened next. I don't know if you are familiar with Hong Kong taxi drivers, but taxi drivers over there are, how to say it, a little bit abrupt. Meanwhile, they're great at reacting fast and really being aware of their surroundings. They also love to alternate between brakes and accelerator at a speed and power that could break records. Our taxi driver on that day was one of them. We didn't even drive for 5 minutes that I suddenly felt sick. Asked the driver to stop, opened the door of the taxi and literally threw up on the pavement, whatever was left for me to throw up. I didn't tell the assistant about the whole sleeping pill story, and she kinda blamed the taxi driver for making me feel this way. As a matter of fact, a few years after my story happened, Stilnox has been classified as narcotics and is not prescribed as easily as it used to be. Thank you! On the other hand, and surprisingly, this drug is also considered as a miracle medication for some. Why? Because after being administered Stilnox, a few patients woke up from being in a coma. And we're talking years of coma. So meanwhile, it seems to be effective waking up some people from coma. Be aware that it can also put you into one if you are completely healthy. Ironic, isn't it? If you are looking for light sleeping pills, like I was originally looking for, I would advise you to look into melatonin supplements instead, because they are a natural hormone that has few to no side effects. Make sure to subscribe if you want to hear more storytelling like this one, because I've got some pretty funny stuff to tell you about. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!